You know, sometimes when you do these Twitch streams, you are kind of hoping for a particular song to come through, or at least an artist. And this is a case where that happened, because today we are checking out a brand new one from Knocked Loose. And it's a song called Sit and Mourn. Looks like a visualizer. Either way, I haven't heard this band for a long, long time, and I know they kind of just had a recent blow up again. So very, very excited to get stuck into what they have to offer. So let's give it a whirl. God, you know, I'm working so hard on not stopping a song early anymore, but I just can't help it. Can't help it. Rather now than when it kicks off, gets real busy, and I'm yapping over it. You hear that sound in the back, that rhythmic sound, although you might not notice it to be, sounds like a fly or mosquito that's too close. There is a cycle to it. There's an up and down waver to it, and it's in part tone and in part volume. And I'm sitting thinking, I wonder if that's going to be a precursor or melodic foreshadowing for the tempo, for the phrasing. If I'm overthinking it, that's all right too. But I am interested. Okay, I gotta stop it here because this is cool. You know, haven't heard them for a long time, haven't heard a lot of them at all, but I remember kind of early 2000s, there were a lot of bands with like much more aggressive screams, but not your generic typical screams. There was stuff like this. There was a lot of like kind of pitch variation and tone to it. It was a lot more emotive. You think of bands like, from a singing capacity, a band like Glassjaw, they stood out a little different, and some people loved them, some people didn't. I'm a big fan. I'm a massive fan of this. It is eternally aggressive, and what I said about that rhythmic noise that you heard earlier, that's almost like a sawtooth wave that's been distorted to sound almost a little like an irritant. It is actually a precursor, so I was right with that. And another thing, I quite like air drumming, and people seem to get quite upset with me when I get it right. And if you think that I have the time or the ability to sit and memorize thousands of songs and get it right on a first listen, to, I guess, fake it for whatever reason I couldn't tell you, then you are a sad, sad, bored individual. Now, back to more important things. This song is banging harder than 2021. Wow. Yeah, I think it's one of those bands that you either immediately gravitate towards or you don't. And I'm about as close as you can gravitate. I'm a big fan of that. Massive fan of that. They seem like a band that cares not for the rules, not for structural rules, not for tonal rules. There are parts of that song that are so very thick and dense and heavy. It sounds like you're almost driving up to a party a block away, a bit like Underwater. They've removed a lot of the high end to give it more aggression, just a little. And there are parts like his vocals that are polarizing. They're much higher. And you're left to sit in the middle and figure it out. And it's a puzzle I like building. I absolutely love it. Genuinely love that. And they are very good at taking a core melodic idea and running with it from multiple bars, multiple sets of phrasing, and evolving it into something that becomes more and more emotional musically. So give me more is what I'm saying. Knock me loose. I don't know if that sounds right. Either way, loved it.